Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a new episode of Purdue-cers. I'm your host, Anand Balar. Last week, we had the stylings of a ukulele player and a dance to excess. This week, we have two groups of dancers from the Purdue-Tagore Society and the Purdue Filipino Association. First, welcome to the stage the girls from Purdue-Tagore Society. Thank you for coming on to the show. So, first of all, how about you tell us a bit about this particular organization?
Thank you for inviting us. So we are from the Purdue University Tagore Society, and we will be dancing today on a classical dance. So first, a little bit about about our organization. So we are mainly a Bengali cultural organization. So Bengal is a state from the eastern part of India, and we are here to promote Bengali culture across the campus of Purdue University. And we are mainly influenced by the thoughts and the philosophies of the first Asian Nobel laureate, Rabindranath Tagore, in literature. So we are a social as well as a cultural organization. We are not only focused about dancing, but we also like other expressions of culture, like singing, drama, and other forms as well. So what we usually do, we participate in different cultural performances across the campus. We collaborate with other student organizations. We also participate in different kinds of sports activities, and we also like to invite other communities to know their culture. So that's what we do here.
So have you ever been conscripted to a wedding or something of the like?
Oh, not really, not here at least.
Is that something that you would be interested in performing at?
Um, that's a good question, but depend. Yeah, why not? We would definitely like to showcase our Bengali culture and everything. We wouldn't mind.
And so do you think, because of that, do you think dancing is a big part of Bengali culture?
Oh yeah, Bengal is the epitome of culture. That's what we say from India. So we do all kind of cultural things, as I told you, and dancing is of course a very big part of it. So every Bengali child from childhood we learn. Yeah.
And do you think that there's ever going to be an expansion for this club here at Purdue, where there's going to be way more people joining?
Oh, yeah, this club came into existence in 2002. It started with a handful of students. At present, we serve about 100 students and 50 doctoral students and families, so we are growing every year.
Okay. Before we hand you the stage, what other things would you like to say?
First, I would like to introduce my team members for the dance. So, Shomrita, Shreya, Shatarupa, Debadrita, and Indrani. We would be doing a cultural, classical-based dance on Devi Durga, that is goddess, the symbol of power, women power. So today we would be dancing on that. Yeah.
And have you guys practiced this dance for a couple months now, or how many days?
We didn't really practice a lot. It's been 2 weeks we are practicing this dance.
All right, so you guys seem to have much confidence in yourselves after practicing for 2 weeks. Is that accurate to say?
Yeah, we have a very good dance instructor with us. We are really proud of Indrani, so we are confident.
Okay, so you guys have had a dance instructor. You guys have positions handed to each other where you guys know someone's going to be teaching you how to dance then?
Yeah, so today you would see some of the dance moves that she has decided to teach us.
And does that role switch around every once in a while?
Yeah, but recently she is the main person doing, and all other people help her to do that, like
Actually,
Shatarupa.
we all just do it together. It's not like that. Like, she takes care of the costumes and makeup and everything. So we just share responsibilities, basically.
So with this club, do you guys ever see yourselves performing outside of just live television, outside in other areas at Purdue, furthermore?
So we already do that, like in the Diwali program. If you know, the 13 GSOs last year did the Diwali thing, and this year also we performed in the Diwali and in other programs as well. Here is another temple called the BTCC temple. We perform there as well. So yeah, we are growing every year. So we are looking for more performances, like where we can give performances, more events.
Just to add one more thing, that we join hands with the students of Bangladesh and organize this International Mother Language Day, in which we do invite performances from all other countries. So anyone who is interested, just join us. It's on March.
Yeah, it would be next semester around March, April. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, without further ado, I'll give you guys the stage, and you guys go ahead and get ready. Thank you.
ऐगिरिनन्दिनि नन्दितमेदिनि विश्वविनोदिनि नन्दनुते गिरिवरविन्ध्यशिरोधिनि वासिनि विष्णुविलासिनि जिष्णुनुते भगवति हेशिति कण्ठकुटुम्बिनि भूरि कुटुम्बिनि भूरि कृते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते वरमश्विनि दुर्धरधर्षिणि दुर्मुखमश्विनि हर्षरते त्रिभुवनपोषिणि शङ्करतोषिणि किल्बिषमोषिणि घोषरते धनुजनिरोषिणि दितिसुतरोषिणि दुर्मदशोषिणि सिन्धुसुते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते
Thank you so much for that performance. It was very well done. Alrighty, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we will return with another group of dancers. Stay tuned.
We are all Boilermakers, but we're also much more. We're history makers, exploring the farthest reaches of our universe, often when strapped to a rocket. We are hope makers, rebuilders of Haitian cityscapes who ensure they'll now withstand any disaster. We are difference makers, developers of drought-resistant crops that just might end world hunger. The fact is, what we make moves the world forward. We are Purdue, makers all.
We have a big problem, and we need your help.
It's happening on college campuses, at bars, at parties, even in high schools.
It's happening to our sisters and our daughters,
our wives and our friends.
It's called sexual assault, and it has to stop.
We have to stop it. So listen up.
If she doesn't consent, or if she can't consent, it's rape, it's assault.
It's a crime. It's wrong.
If I saw it happening, I was taught you have to do something about it.
If I saw it happening, I speak up.
If I saw it happening, I'd never blame her. I'd help her.
Because I don't want to be a part of the problem.
I want to be a part of the solution.
We need all of you to be part of the solution. This is about respect. It's about responsibility.
It's up to all of us to put an end to sexual assault. And that starts with you.
Because one is too many.
Everyone should know how to do hands-only CPR. If you see a teen or adult suddenly collapse, all you need are
2 simple steps. Call 911 and push hard and fast in the center of the chest until help arrives.
Just push to the beat of the classic song, Staying Alive.
It really works.
You didn't let me finish. I really do know this stuff.
If it wasn't for disco, I'd be dead.
Staying alive. Staying alive.
Welcome back. Before the break, we had the dancers from Tagore Society. Now it's my pleasure to introduce another group of dancers from the Purdue Filipino Association. Thank you so much for coming on. Would you first like to introduce yourselves?
My name is Michelle Dixon.
My name's AJ Zapeta.
Could you tell us more about your association?
Yeah, so the Purdue Filipino Association is a cultural and social student-led organization that celebrates the Filipino and Filipino-American culture. You don't have to be Filipino to join. A lot of our members are not Filipino. But yeah, we like to celebrate the culture through dance, like you'll see today, and food, and just a lot of social events.
So what kinds of places do you guys usually dance at outside of Purdue, if possible?
We dance for a lot of different just events that we get asked to perform at, but our main event where we dance at is the Philippine Culture Night, which happens every spring. So we'll talk more about that later.
Now, does this particular kind of dance that you guys are about to perform reflect any of the culture's traditions from the Philippines?
This dance is one of the most popular dances in the Philippines and is considered the national dance of the Philippines. It's very common for most Filipinos to know the dance in general.
Now, a lot of Americans don't know too much about the Philippines. What would you like the Americans to know about from the Philippines based on this dance and its culture that it represents?
We just really love sharing our culture with everyone. We're a very welcoming group and people to all people and ethnicities. We really love sharing our culture, and we just love dancing, and yeah.
Awesome. How long has this organization been on campus?
For about early 2000s around. It's been around for a while. It's been on and off.
Okay, so has it grown since it started?
Definitely it's grown. We've talked to some of the first presidents of the organization, and before they started with about maybe 20 people, and we've grown to about 60 active members, and more than 100 people are involved in the club.
Does the club generally perform with any other organizations as well on campus? I know there's a lot of Southeast Asian organizations here on Purdue's campus.
We try to be involved with other and host things with other clubs, but mostly when it comes to dancing, it's sort of just us. Like for our culture night, that's our chance to share our culture and showcase it to Purdue and West Lafayette.
Now, when is that culture night coming up?
February 17th in Low Playhouse, 7 p.m.
Awesome. So you guys have had this planned out for a while now?
Yes, we've had it planned since the summer.
And is what you guys are going to be performing tonight going to also be performed at this
There will be a
culture?
larger piece involving more members, but this is sort of like a little bit of what it's going to look like.
Okay, and did either of you two choreograph this?
I choreographed this, and then I'm choreographing the one you'll see in Culture Night if you attend.
Okay, and how much experience choreographing have you had before this dance?
Back in high school, I choreographed Tinikling in high school, but this is my first year choreographing here on Purdue.
Awesome. And are you excited to showcase that? Are you nervous at all?
I'm excited.
Great. Awesome. Well, before we hand the stage, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Yes, we'd like to advertise a couple of our upcoming events. So Saturday, we are having a Halo Halloween event. Halo Halo is a Filipino dessert, and that will be at the Arc at 4 p.m. And then also, we want to give a shout out to the Purdue-cers Urban Showcase. That will be this Saturday also at 7 p.m. At Walk.
At Walk. All right, great. I'll bow out and give you the stage. Take it away. All right, thank you so much for that unique performance. Now we're going to be taking a quick commercial break. Stay tuned.
Why would you bully me?
Why would you bully me?
Why would you bully me?
Because it makes you feel cool? Because I'm different?
Do I touch a nerve?
Does making me feel bad make you feel good?
Why?
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 Bullying hurts. Bullying abuses. Bullying kills. Why would you bully me?
Hi. I'm your mediator.
I'm really glad we can be adults about this.
One thing you'll see in every society in the globe is music. It's part of what it means to be a human being. You watch these kids, you can just sense this incredible joy and feeling of accomplishment. You just can't imagine that school was at one time silent without any music.
When I sing, it makes me feel happy. Every trouble I have, it just brushes away.
Music lets me express myself.
My life would be really boring without music. It's like, wow, we did that?
In New York City, more than half the schools don't have music at all. And I think this is one of the great tragedies in the past decade is that it's been going down. Now we're starting to go up. And thanks to education through music, they're really reversing this. And it's the most important thing we could be doing in education right now is making sure that there's music in these schools. That it costs just $150 per kid for a whole year is like the best money one could ever spend. It's changing these kids' lives and making them better people. It's going to make our city a better place.
Welcome back. Now we have a special treat for you. Our two groups of dancers are going to try and teach parts of their performance to the other group. Looks like class isn't quite over for today. Put on your dancing shoes because here we go. All right, so how do you guys feel about learning these dances?
Okay. Yeah, excited.
Yeah.
So we are apart from the Eastern India, so there are various classical dance forms in India. So we mainly do Bharatanatyam. Like she's an expert in Bharatanatyam.
Like that. She was just trying to teach you some basic steps, so we'll do that. So the first thing, the way you do your hands, you make your hands is very good. It's called mudra. So you can do like this. So right, yeah, and then keep it over here. Then tap your right foot, one, and then do this. Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Then again come back. Then again spread your right leg and come back. Left leg, come back. Right leg, come back. This is pretty easy, right?
Yeah. This is the basic step.
So it's a basic step. And
yeah, and I learned Kathak. That is a different classical form. So the basic thing in Kathak is turn. Like you have to take a turn around. It's called chakkar. So what you have to do is, so you have first a hand you're here, but here we just keep it flat. So then we turn this way, and then, sorry, yeah. Yeah, yeah, like this. Yeah. So you have to just take this check. So. Alright, yeah, that is the basic state of that.
Okay. The third thing that we are going to teach you is like the classic sort of party dance, you can say. So if you don't know anything, people just end up doing this. So it's something like 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 3 and 4.
Yeah,
yeah, it's pretty fun, right?
Yeah. It's fun, yeah.
All right.
And
the last
one is, so you have to just hold your finger like this way and then do this and come back do this, come back. So when you're doing this, this. Yeah.
You guys were awesome.
Yeah.
All right, now.
Okay.
Let's hit 6.
So yeah, we'll teach you a few basic steps. So it's in threes, and on the third one,
Your sticks closed.
sticks close, so you don't want your feet in there. So do a simple side to side.
Me?
Yeah. In, out, in, out. Yeah. So if one of you can come over here, and you guys will do a side to side together.
Those are basically the 3 basic steps of all the fundamentals for tinkling. Most of the moves are based off those 3.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
You guys are great.
All right, so that was a really, really cool performance from both of you. How do you guys feel about learning each other's dances?
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty
Something
fun.
new.
Yeah.
I think it's a great experience to get involved with another culture.
And one of the key things that dance has in common is it's a communication language, right?
Yeah.
So would you guys say that you guys communicated pretty well, the language of dance today?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Are there any similarities to these different dances?
Crossing, so it's like,
Yeah.
yes, this thing. That's exactly what I taught them
Yeah.
with this
That was funny.
hand.
Yeah. And the rhythm, I think they're basically the same rhythm, like goes by 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they're basically the same.
So in most aspects of dance, the repetition something that you use to remember the dance, or do you guys have other methodologies on how you remember? Because you guys learned really, really quickly from each other.
And most of the time it's we choreograph based on the lyrics. So the steps that we do, it has some connection to the words of the
Yeah,
song.
like
So
the
that
meaning.
helps in memorizing, at least for us here.
And then how do you guys do it? Because there were no lyrics.
We just do it 100 times.
Yeah.
We just listen, like remember, like it's a 3, and then we learn them in different sets, and we learn them by sets, and then put it all together.
Okay. I noticed that you didn't get hurt on your feet when you were doing the dance. Did you guys ever get hurt when you guys were learning at first?
Someone leaves bleeding.
Awesome. that doesn't seem like a fun time, but looks like you guys have learned from that. There was no errors this time. That's great. Awesome. Well, thank you all for your wonderful performances tonight. And I hope you guys all learned something new, and I hope the viewers also learned something new. This wraps up another episode of Purdue-cers. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.